I ask you this question. Is the season lost because of the injuries? All right, now the fans today are emotional about yesterday's loss. This was a team that was performing well. They looked as though they had the win despite key injuries. Then Coach Dan Campbell chooses to kick a field goal. He goes with a kicker who had missed a 48-yard field goal earlier. And this is a part that was surprising. And I didn't know this until they flashed that graphic, that he had never made a field goal that long before. And now that's what they're going to attempt to win the football game. I guess there's a first time for everything. But Coach Campbell then told the media and the team that the loss was on him. How do you think players process that? As a former player, how would I process that? I don't see that as being you let the team off the hook and say, hey, all these other things that have happened between, the first 3-4 quarters that we're playing and we're down to this last moment in the fourth quarter, I'm going to take responsibility for everything that has happened. No, there's a coaching decision that could have saved what was an up and down game, some inconsistencies at defense. The fact that the offense, again, just kind of fell asleep for a little while. Even though they put up the points, this offense has to keep scoring to keep them in the game. It's a total team piece in this loss. Does Coach Campbell take responsibility because he still had the opportunity to win it at the end? Sure, no problem there. That's easy because that's what the coach does. Coach is in a position to where he is judge and jury. He makes the final call. You make the final call, you live with that decision. If you win, he can say, you know what, great job by our team. If he loses and it was because of a decision that he makes, then he goes, you know what, it's my fault, it's my responsibility. It comes with the territory. I wouldn't expect anything less than that out of Coach Campbell. Now, with that being said, this team is also in a tough spot due to the injuries. You got DeAndre Swift hurt. You got Amon-Ra St. Brown injured. You already had some challenges along the offensive line, getting better. And now you go over to the defensive side, you're going to be without a secondary leader in Tracy Walker. You got Aiden Hutchinson, who had a little bit of injury going on with his thigh. This is a team that is coming into a tough stretch. Yeah, they got one more game, couple more games, and they go into a break. But when they come out of that break, they need a healthy Detroit Lion football team. So I ask you this question. Is the season lost because of the injuries? And it's not walking away from the play calling. It's not walking away from that disastrous last call that was made that even Coach Campbell admits if he could do it over, he would do something a little differently. But given all that has happened out of that, you going from an opportunity to be first in the division to now sitting at the bottom of the NFC North. Is this season lost because of the injuries? Still early. I think it's too hard to tell, but you know what? You got to get players healthy. And this team has got to turn around really quick, and they got to fix those third quarter woes, and they got to definitely fix offensively what's happening on third down. I'll do it for this. I'll catch you next time. That's just my insight, my feedback after this week's loss to the Minnesota Vikings. I'll give you my insights next week on more after the game. I'll see you then.
Perfect.